All right, good Thursday evening, everyone. If you're just out joining us, click that like button. Comment where you're from. Comment what you're seeing out there as well. How much rain you've had over the past couple of days. You see any? You have any pictures of hail, tornadoes? Just send them to us as well. It'd be great. We'd love to see it. See that kind of stuff as well. See what kind of big hail you've had over the past few days. I know we've had some devastating tornadoes, man. Some of these reports coming out of eastern Arkansas, parts of Tennessee, just absolutely devastating with some big time tornadoes out that way. That high risk was warranted yesterday. At one point, I think when I was watching, there was over 30 plus tornado warnings at one time. Several tornado emergencies, PDS tornado warnings as well. So as you see on your screen here, we had 43 tornado reports as of yesterday that are confirmed as of right now. We've had a lot of National Weather Services out there and about trying to get surveys done today, but they've had to kind of stop some of that because of all the severe weather that continues. It's been continuing over some of the same areas for today. So these tornado reports will probably go up as they start confirming more tracks over the next few days, probably lingering into next week. So 448 wind reports, 205 hail reports, 696 total reports yesterday, 11 high wind reports in excess of 75 miles an hour, and large hail reports, 28 in excess of 2 inches in diameter, which is lime size, basically, or hen eggs. Okay. So very, very nasty day yesterday. And then as we went in through today, there's some reports going on today as well. So let's take a look at those. All right, here's the reports for today. We had one tornado report out here in that was confirmed out here in parts of Kentucky. We've had 39 wind reports, 29 hail reports, 6 large hail reports in excess of 2 inches diameter, 69 total reports today. But this is probably going to go; these numbers are going to go up as well. So National Weather Service out of Memphis came out today and actually went out to Bay and I believe Lake City in Arkansas and parts of that tornado that hit parts of Tennessee as well. Had a couple of surveys on it before the severe weather rolled back in, so they kind of stopped those surveys for now. But there's initial damage assessments confirmed at least EF3 damage in some of those cities. So let's take a look at that really quick. All right, if you've been following the page, you may have seen this earlier. I made this graphic earlier today. So this is the National Weather Service out of Memphis, the preliminary damage survey. Like I said, this damage surveys will continue as soon as the weather warrants, so they can get back out there. But this is just prelim, so this could possibly change. So the summer tornado, EF3 damage, 160 mile per hour winds. The Bay and Lake City, Arkansas tornado, EF3 with 150 mile per hour winds. Like I said, this is just preliminary. This could, they've had to stop surveys today on some of the damage because of all the weather that was coming through today. So we may not get a full assessment until probably later or throughout the next week. So this is just a prelim on these 2 big tornadoes yesterday over parts of eastern Arkansas into Tennessee. So compiling all the data from yesterday as well. I made this graphic earlier today as well. So Wednesday, between all the severe thunderstorm warnings, all the tornado warnings, this was the highest single daily count of severe thunderstorm or tornado warnings since April 2011. We all remember 2011, those nasty tornado outbreaks, and this is really getting. I think I said this a few times over the past week or so that this is reminding me a lot of 2011. But yesterday, highest single daily count of warnings between severe thunderstorm and tornado warning, 728 just yesterday. So just unbelievable day. Shout out to all those National Weather Service folks throwing these or putting out all these warnings. I'm sure they are exhausted as well. But I think our anxiety is through the roof through all these storms. It's because it's been nonstop. It seems like for weeks. And this week has just been every day over the same area. And we're going to continue that for the next few days before we finally get out of this nasty stretch of weather, and then probably try to calm down as we head towards next week. All right, let's talk about the severe weather for the rest of tonight into early tomorrow morning. Slight risk for Dallas, basically over towards Memphis, Fort Worth, Nashville, Tennessee, Arlington, Texas, a few places, Little Rock as well. Slight risk for the rest of tonight into early tomorrow morning as this warm front or this stalled out frontal boundary across southern Arkansas, northern Louisiana, through Texas, and going up towards eastern Tennessee starts lifting north tonight, and that's gonna basically get the significant severe weather back into the forecast across parts of the area, as well as we head into tomorrow. And as we get, like I said, as we get into Friday, this is a big upgrade as of 12:30 today. Moderate risk is possible across parts of the Arklatex, all the way up into western parts of Arkansas as well. So several strong to severe storms are possible from central Texas, like I said, over into the Arklatex, over towards the lower Ohio Valley as well. Friday into Friday night, the greatest threat for tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds will be from the Arklatex across western Arkansas. This is including potential for strong to intense tornadoes tomorrow. Okay, so big time upgrade for this area. So basically mid to late afternoon into the evening will be the biggest time frame to watch for multiple supercells, possibly real messy storm mode tomorrow with multiple different clusters, severe supercells as well. There's a conditional long track tornado threat tomorrow as well. There's still a little bit of a question mark. I think if the Storm Prediction Center can realize that there could be a possibility of EF3 plus tornadoes, there may be a high risk area tomorrow. But either way, doesn't matter what risk you're in. We've seen some big tornadoes, even marginal risk. So if you're in any risk area, you need to stay weather-aware tomorrow, especially if you're in Arkansas across that enhanced and a moderate risk area, because that's basically the bullseye of possible long track, intense, violent tornadoes for tomorrow. So here is the tornado outlook for tomorrow. I'm going to try to zoom in here so you can see some towns. All right, since this is basically almost centered in Arkansas, we're going to go over some of the towns here. So anywhere in this hatched area of a possibility of significant tornadoes, EF2 or greater. This is basically through most of Arkansas, including Mountain Home, Batesville, Jonesboro, Little Rock, Harrison, over towards Fayetteville, Fort Smith, down here towards Texarkana, some places in Texas, Tyler, Texas, Longview, Texas, as well. Just this could be a very dangerous day tomorrow as well, and we're gonna have to talk about Saturday too, because that's going to be a dangerous day, and I think there's going to be an upgrade to moderate at least for Saturday as well. So, but anywhere in the yellow here, 10 to 14% probability of a tornado within 25 miles at any given point. In the red here, big time upgrade today, 15 to 29% probability of a tornado within 25 miles at any given point. This is basically most of western down here towards the Arklatex and up here towards north central Arkansas as well, just south of the Mountain Home area. So this could change easily. This is easily could change. This is just the earlier 12:30 p.m. update for tomorrow. The next update comes out early in the morning. You need to stay up on the page tomorrow and make sure this is very important. Anytime you see our post while scrolling Facebook, please just hit that like button, comment or something, because that basically tells Facebook that you want to see more of our stuff, more of our posts, more of our content. So every time you scroll, if you see one of our posts, you need to interact. If you don't and scroll right past it, Facebook thinking you're not going to be interested in our content anymore and just bury it, and then you won't see it for days. So please continue to like our posts, comment, interact. That really helps out for you all to see our post for tomorrow. So big time hail threat possibly tomorrow as well. We're going to take a look at that. All right, hail threat for tomorrow. Anywhere in that hatched areas, most of Arkansas into northeastern Texas, and then back into parts of central to western parts of western Texas, even towards St. Angelo, just north of San Antonio, east of Dallas, up here northeastern parts of Texas, up towards Little Rock, north central Arkansas as well. Lime size hail, possibly larger, maybe up to baseball size, as well with some of this that could happen on Friday. All right, so let's take a look at Saturday, because this is going to be a very significant day as well. Let me get a few areas to cover here. So enhanced risk for parts of eastern Texas in through western Mississippi. A few towns here: Shreveport, Jackson, Lafayette, Louisiana, Lake Charles, up here right around the Memphis area, right around the Little Rock area as well. And just slight risk down here towards Houston, Memphis, Nashville, New Orleans, up toward even all the way up towards Cincinnati, Ohio. So severe storms producing damaging winds and tornadoes are forecasted Saturday and Saturday night across this area. All right, so there is a potential for multiple rounds of severe storms on Saturday and Saturday night across this area. And like I said, Storm Prediction Center is still trying to iron out a little bit more of the details, but there could easily be upgrade to level 4 out of 5 here across, I think, parts of Louisiana into Mississippi, possibly southeastern Arkansas. But that's up to the Storm Prediction Center, as there's still some question marks as well of what could happen on Saturday. All right, let's switch gears towards the flooding threat. So excessive rainfall in the forecast for tomorrow through Saturday morning. And you probably wonder what this risk means. The high risk means widespread flash flooding is expected. Severe to widespread flash flooding. Areas that don't normally experience flash flooding could, and lives and property could be in great danger. And even in the moderate risk here, numerous flash flooding likely with significant events possible. Many streams may flood, potentially affecting larger rivers, but trading of storms across this area. And there's several areas that already seen 2 to 4 inches of rain over some of this area as well. And they're expecting upwards of 6 to 10, possibly locally 12 to 15. I'm going to show you some of that wording from the National Weather Service out of Little Rock here in just a minute. All right, as we go into Saturday morning through Sunday morning, very high likelihood of rainfall exceeding flash flood guidance through most of Arkansas in through Mississippi, northwestern Mississippi into parts of western western Tennessee, western Kentucky, Boot Heel of Missouri. High likelihood of serious flash flooding across this area, as well as, like I said, the National Weather Service out of Little Rock is saying it could be a generational to once in a 100-year event across this area. I'll show you that wording here in just a minute. All right, so we posted this on the page earlier, but I thought I'd go over to you again. Anywhere in this circled area, potential for life-threatening flooding across parts of Arkansas to the Boot Hill, Missouri. Some areas I just showed you. Uh, anywhere. This is rain still to come. 8 to 12 inches still possible across northern half of Arkansas, Boot Hill, Missouri, up towards the Ohio Valley, Kentucky, into southern Illinois as well. Like I said, anywhere in the circle area could easily exceed a foot of rain, possibly upwards of 15 plus inches of rain before this is all said and done. Total, basically from yesterday all the way through Sunday. All right, here's the latest HRRR. Go over some timing here. This is 11 o'clock tonight, going through midnight and through the early morning hours. See where that warm front's kind of hung up here across southern Arkansas. It's starting to make its move north. And then as we get towards 7 o'clock in the morning, big slug of moisture coming across Oklahoma, going to be through northern Arkansas as this warm front is lifting north. A little impulse coming through, going to enhance a lot of heavy rain across northern Arkansas, southern Missouri, in through western Arkansas as well. And then as we get towards tomorrow afternoon, this is when we're going to start seeing trouble with supercells developing across eastern Oklahoma, northeastern Texas, and through parts of western Arkansas. And here it is, 5 o'clock. You see like supercells, just everywhere across western Arkansas, and through eastern Oklahoma, northeastern Texas as well. So this is going to just continue through tomorrow evening. So it'll be very dangerous late afternoon into evening hours through tomorrow night. And then this kind of dies down. But then here we go again with another impulse coming through. This is basically this is the upper level system that's finally going to get into, finally starting to push east. Very heavy rainfall across Oklahoma into Texas, northeastern Texas, and along basically into Missouri into Arkansas. This is Saturday morning, 11 o'clock. Just very, very heavy rainfall. Lots of storms around. And then we're going to have to deal with severe storms across southeastern Arkansas into Louisiana and Mississippi on Saturday and Saturday evening as well, as the storm starts to move east finally. So, all right. So I want to show you the National Weather Service out of Little Rock's wording for this flooding that could be possible over the next few days. All right, so this is basically most of the Little Rock, all of the Little Rock area here from the National Weather Service. Flood watch remains in effect through Sunday morning. This is a particularly dangerous situation, so a PDS flood watch is out. I believe Paducah has said a lot of the same wording. Excessive runoff from an extremely rare multi-day heavy rainfall event is expected to result in the flooding of rivers, creeks, stream, and other low-lying flood-prone locations. Extensive, rare, and at times catastrophic flash flooding is likely if these forecast rainfall totals are realized. So this is a multi-day heavy rainfall event. This is on top of what we've already seen across the area. So 6 to 10 inches of rain across the flood watch area, with isolated pockets of 12 to 15 inches of rain also possible. They're thinking it's a 25 to 100-year event. So once in a generation or once in a lifetime event, historic rainfall totals and impacts are possible. So this is straight from the National Weather Service. So they're really ramped up the wording for this very dangerous flash flooding and flooding event. Like I said, it could be a once in a generation, once in a lifetime event that's coming across a lot of the area here, even up towards the Ohio River Valley as well. All right, so stay weather aware. We'll keep you updated. We've basically been posting every 45 minutes to an hour, trying to keep you guys up to date what's going on across the areas. A lot of stuff is happening with significant severe weather on a daily basis, and then continued heavy rainfall, upwards of, like I said, 6 to 10 inches, upwards of 15 inches possible before this is all said and done, before we finally try to quiet down as we get towards next week. So like I said, stay weather aware, stay up on the page. And like I said, if you see our posts as you're scrolling Facebook, please hit that like button, interact with us, because that tells Facebook you want to see more of our posts, more of our content. So please continue to interact with us, because then our stuff will pop up in your feed more often. If you scroll right past us, that tells Facebook you don't want to see us anymore, and they will bury our posts, and then you will not be informed of what is happening as we're dealing with life-threatening situations over the next few days. So stay up on the page. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe. Please have a way to get warnings and know where to go when there's a tornado warning for your area as well. Okay. And then if the authorities, if you're in a low-lying area along a creek, river, or anything like that, the authorities tell you to leave, you probably need to leave. There has been some evacuation orders issued for parts of Arkansas along some of these major tributaries out in eastern Arkansas as well, that could be getting into major flood across parts of the rivers and streams and stuff like that. Could be getting close to record territory over some of these rivers as well across the area. So please pay attention to your local authorities, pay attention to the weather as well. And thank you so much for your trust. Please continue to follow the page. We'll have continuous updates over on our Facebook page as well. Have a good evening. Stay safe out there, and please stay weather aware.